So you heard that the overtime rules have been updated by the Department of Labor and millions more will be eligible for overtime. What do you need to know? Well, first let's start at the beginning. What is overtime? As you probably already know, individuals that work more than 40 hours in a single work week are owed time and a half. Time and a half is typically that they're paid for all hours that they work, their regular salary for that job, and then there's also a regular rate of pay that is derived from those hours, and they're paid half of that for all hours in excess of 40. Who is eligible for that? Well, everybody is eligible unless you're exempt. So, what does it mean to be exempt? Well, you have to meet each of three tests. The first is a salary basis test. That means you're paid equal amounts over periods of time, and that amount does not fluctuate based on job performance. Second is the job duties test. That means the duties that you're performing while you're working are either administrative, executive, or professional in nature. And the third test is the salary level test, also known as the salary threshold. And what that is a certain minimum amount of money that you earn that if you are in excess of the salary threshold, you may be exempt from overtime. The second way that you can be exempt from overtime is known as the highly compensated employee exception, and that is if you earn above a certain salary amount and you perform a certain executive or administrative duties, then you're actually exempt from the requirements of the other tests. So let's talk more about the salary threshold. So before 2019, the salary threshold was $23,660. During the Trump administration, the Department of Labor increased that salary threshold to $35,568, where it stands today. The new rule that was just passed would increase that salary threshold to $43,888 beginning on July 1st of 2024, and would increase it again on January 1 of 2025 to where it will stay for the time being at $58,656. So what does that mean for you? That means that between now and January 1 of 2025, you want to be prepared to understand the threshold and whether you need to make changes based on this increase to $58,000. The second change that will occur is for the highly compensated employee exception, which currently stands at about $107,000. That number will also increase on July 1 to $132,964 with another step up on January 1 of 2025 to $151,164. And the third change that the new law will introduce will be to automatically update each of the salary thresholds every 3 years, beginning with July 1st of 2027. All right, so what do you need to know? If you have any employees that are making this much on July 1st of 2024, they're going to be owed overtime. If you have any employees that are making this much on January 1st of 2025, they're going to be owed overtime. If you need help with the new rule or you have any questions, feel free to give us a call.